So what do you guys think about this new 2025 Ram 2500? This is a bighorn, and I borrowed it from Larry H. Miller, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah. Be sure to ask for Adrian. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see options and features on this build. At the very top is the description. Base price is $56,015. Short listing of the standard equipment is below. Be sure to pause. Starting off the options is that pearl paint for $245, heated steering wheel and seat group for $445, fifth wheel prep package, night edition, bighorn level 1 plus for $26.95, and this one does have that high output Cummins. Rear wheelhouse liners for $195, destination is $19.95 with a total price of $76,725. Now I know what some of you guys are thinking, nearly $80,000 for a Ram 2500 Bighorn. It's a lot of money. But remember, for 2025, you now have the high output option. That's the biggest news for the 3/4 tons for this year. You now have the high output. So you're adding $3,000 more on top of the price now for the 3/4 ton trucks. That being said, you also get LED headlights, turn signals, standard. This truck does have the reflective style LED fog lights, front parking sensors, and the front end looks pretty dang good. Now it doesn't have a sport performance hood. You probably have to go up to a Laramie to get that, which is kind of a little bit cheap on Ram's part, but we won't go down that road. I like the grille design a lot better for this year. You have the adaptive cruise control on this one. Yeah, there's just so much to like about this new truck here, and as you guys know, Ram gives them away, so I'm sure as you guys see pricing, there's already rebates available on these trucks in my area. But front painted bumpers come a part of that blackout, including the painted grille surround, and really quickly, solid front axle. Not much really changed on the suspension with this truck for this model year, which is a good thing. And here are the tires. I just ran halfway across this lot because I wanted to confirm this. So these are new Firestone Transforce tires. These are AT2s. So I won't complain about these tires. So you guys are gonna have to tell me, all you guys who own these trucks, if these tires hold up or not, okay? They do look a little different too, by the way. LT 285 60/20. And if you care to know the inches, that's basically 33.5 inches, 11.2 inches wide. So they have the shorter tires because the other two have 34.1 inch tall tires, and I think 11.8 inches wide. So you do get a bigger tire from the competitors. It also has 3,640 pounds of capacity at 80 PSI cold, 8 lug. This is a carryover wheel, and Bighorn has never had fender flares, so they pretty much do that for 2025. Here's a nice side view of this truck. They did update those mirrors back in 2023. I do like the styling on this truck too. All the badges are blacked out, which are all carryovers. You can see that radius arm down below here. No running boards, which actually make the truck look nicer to me. And guys, see here, you have your stationary lights, turn signals, heated top and bottom mirrors, light here, and this should be all power. I'll show it to you guys on the inside. You don't have painted door handles, no smart key system with Bighorn. And standard bed, the smallest one in the segment. It's like 6'4". Also, smallest standard fuel tank at 31 gallons, and they have the largest DEF tank now for a 7.5 gallon. So that's not an advantage, but if you tow far, that's going to be a big advantage for you. There's that optional liner out back. You have that 5-link suspension. It is coil. There is an option for air out back. This truck does have the step. I've seen more trucks in this 2025 model year have this step versus ones that did not. Painted bumpers, parking sensors. You have your 4 and 7 pin for your class 5 hitch when you plan on towing. I do like the Ram spelt out on the back. Makes it like a manly truck. LED license plate lights, and 342 rear. So anti-spin is an option. So that's basically a limited slip depth, basically. That's all an anti-spin is. And there's your spare tire, Firestone. HT2, so even worse tire. Let's see if this is assisted, but camera and lighting. This is not assisted. And you have some of your tie downs. Those bed lights were an option. Fifth wheel prep package, option. And you have a 7 and 4 pin here. No power sliding glass. No LED lights up there. Just saying. And here's a nice side view of the truck. This is a really nice pickup. I know people hate on Ram, but you can't. These are really nice. Incandescent taillights. This right here is the biggest news for the Ram HD segment. You 3/4 ton boys can now brag about having all the horsepower, all the torque that Ram offers. No longer do you get the standard output Cummins, because this is the only Cummins that you can get in this truck. And what's behind it is even better. But let's back up for a second. Now for 2025, you have better airflow, you have larger intake and exhaust valves, for example, you have a performance intake manifold. Those aren't my words. Ram dubs this the performance intake manifold. So you have a better breathing Cummins, and on top of that, you get all the horsepower and torque with the 3/4 ton trucks now. That is amazing. I'm happy for you guys, especially those who buy 3/4 ton trucks. 430 horsepower, which is a 10 horsepower bump from the last high output Cummins, and 1,075 pound-feet of torque, which is pretty much the same as the previous model year. And on top of that, they gave us glow plugs. I don't really think it's a big deal, but after talking to a few people, we'll have to wait and see if Ram did it the right way. But because Cummins builds these engines, we don't have to worry about what Stellantis does, hopefully. Now, with that being said, the ZF behind this engine is a game changer. I don't even have proof of this yet, but I can probably stick my neck out there and say this is the most reliable transmission in the HD segment today. I can say that because ZF has been around for a long time. ZF transmissions have been used in those half tons over there, 8HP 75. Also, it's been behind the 6.4 Hemi in this truck since 2019, and they have the 8HP 75 8-speed. So this is a different transmission compared to those. But the biggest news is you have closer steps. You have a 342 rear end simply because you have deeper gears in that transmission. So you have a 489 to start off with, and then it ends off at like a 0.64 to 1 compared to 0.63 with the Eisen transmission. So yes, this is good news. Ram trucks are really making a comeback. And all they gotta do now is just fix this cab, which we're gonna go over next. One thing I like about this Bighorn is all the soft touch that you get on the door here. They give you a little bit of fabric material, nice graphics, silver accents there and on the door handles. Where your arm will be resting, soft touch. And where you grab to close the door, soft touch. They did restyle these buttons here. So you have auto up and down for the front windows only. And you can power fold these. And class exclusive, GM don't do this, Ford don't do this. Power convex and heated convex. I don't know why they don't do that. It's the silliest thing. Of course, they have power extension for tow mode down below. This is an option, this little guy here. And your seats are going to be a 10-way power, including lumbar. Nice graphic on the seat too. They also give you tilt headrests. Ford don't like to give this to you. I don't know why, but they just don't. They kind of like, it's like a dangling a carrot over your head. This steering wheel is leather wrapped, feels good, but most of this dash, actually all of this dash, is hard plastic. You have auto headlights. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. On this side, you do have a manual seat. And in case you couldn't see it because of the sun, there was like a little foam thing on the driver's side, but they don't put it on the passenger side. They do upgrade and give you a cover here. And this is illuminated. I think this was an option too, by the way, which is kind of silly. And then here's your glove box. This does have the 6 passenger, so a little bit of storage. There is one USB inside of this area. And they give you this silver accent for the handle. This is leather up top. It's mostly a leatherette vinyl, but yeah, whatever you want to call it. Down below here, more storage. On the roof, they do still give you incandescent lights. They do illuminate your vanity mirrors right there. Out back, they provide these storage cubbies on both sides. They do have these removable buckets, so some people put ice in here with their drinks. 60/40 bench. You don't get a 60/40 with the Tradesman, by the way. And Alpine sound system, they give you the speaker on this side, which is a subwoofer, and then you have a little bit of storage on that side. Also hidden storage below here. Some people forget about this. It's not tall, but if you want to put a few things back there, you can. They don't give you the lights that they give you on the Laramies right there. And armrest with some cup holders. No USBs back here, but you have air vents. See back pockets. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Push button starts right there. Here's your four-wheel drive system. No four-wheel drive auto still. You have 4 USBs down below, an aux, coin holders down there, trailer brake. You have your dual stage exhaust, tow haul mode. Front rear parking sensors can be disabled if you like. Dual climate control. And does this have heated seats? It sure does. Has heated seats and a heated steering wheel. Well, oh, so the reason why I can't click there is because the buttons are there, but if you're on the home screen and you want to click up top here, you can turn on the heated seats, heated steering wheel. They give you 3 levels too. Okay, you can move things around on this lower menu like that. Let's go ahead and go over to vehicle. So you have your auto dimming mirror, turn that on. Here's some of your cameras. You just have a backup camera, no bed view. Dashboard, they give you your towing. You have up to 4 trailers that you can put in there. They give you some gauges, light check, and setup. Now this is something really quick to note. Light electric is under 10,000 pounds, and 10,000 pounds plus is heavy electric. Now on the steering wheel, you see it has adaptive cruise control. If you put it in drive and you lock in, let's just say you lock in 8th gear, you guys see what's happening right there? I'm going way too fast here. Okay, it's just, it's something with this. If I push it 4 times, there it is, it's working now. So you see right there, this truck basically starts in 2nd gear. So this has an FYI, okay? And when you put it in tow haul mode, it will drop down to 1st. Now, if you want to see some of the information in this small screen here, I love the layout that they give you on this screen. It's a little delayed for some reason. I don't know why. That's why the gear limiter was doing that. It's like a little bit of a delay. Yeah, definitely some delay. Laggy little screen, in other words. But yeah, great information. They give you an exhaust brake and boost control gauge. These are particulate filters right there. Oil life. Man, this is really laggy. There's the gauge summary and then engine hours. It's just a little laggy. I don't know why that is. But yeah, apart from that, I mean, this is still a really nice truck. They don't give you the vanity on this side, by the way, but they do give you a black liner on the roof. And as I said, they give you incandescent bulbs. They also give you a place for your sunshades. You get a 12-volt power plug right there with a little bit of storage. And yeah, let's go ahead and check out the payload on the door. So gross axle weight rating out front is gonna be 6,000 pounds. The rear is 6,040. Gross vehicle weight rating is 10,190 pounds. 20 by 8 wide wheels, and here is the payload. 2,140 pounds. So for a 3/4 ton, they are just way last place. A Chevy's gonna have probably 1,000 pounds more, and a Ford's probably gonna have about the same because of the aluminum body, but GM's GVWR's 1,300 pounds higher, and they did raise that number by 190 pounds, and that's really in part to the fact that the transmission was heavier than a 68 RFE. But apart from that, yes, Ram still struggles with payload. But if you read through my comment section, a bunch of guys are going to say it. You don't need payload. This truck can tow more than a dually can. They're going to say it, and that's okay. If you want to listen to that, feel free. But I would tell you, if you need payload, just get a 1-ton. But I hope you guys liked the video. This is truly a nice truck. I think that for the money, Ram trucks, especially with this little refresh that they've done with the new transmission, with all the horsepower and torque now available with the 3/4 ton, this is really good news for the 3/4 ton segment, guys. But be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Make sure the bell notifications are on. See you guys soon.